Have you ever looked around and wondered why some people seem to work endlessly, day in and day out, yet they always seem to be broke? And then there are others who look so calm, so relaxed, and yet their bank accounts just keep growing and growing. What's the secret? Is it luck? Is it some special connection? Well, today, I'm going to pull back the curtain and show you the real truth behind this mystery, and I'll do it through a short story. Picture this. There was a young man named David. He was the hardest worker you could imagine. From sunrise to sunset, he was out there, hustling. He'd wash cars until his hands were raw, carry heavy loads for anyone who'd pay, and run errands all over town. He was the very definition of hard work. But here's the strange part. No matter how many hours he put in, no matter how much sweat he poured, his income just stayed the same. It was like he was running on a treadmill, working harder and harder but never actually moving forward. He was completely stuck. Now, just a few streets away from David lived a quiet, older man named Mr. Adrian. Mr. Adrian was the complete opposite. You never saw him stressed. He never seemed to be rushing anywhere. He'd spend his mornings reading, his afternoons in his garden, and yet, his wealth just kept on growing. It was almost like magic. David watched this for months, completely baffled. How could someone who seemed to do so little achieve so much, while he, who did so much, achieved so little? One day, David couldn't take the confusion anymore. He built up all his courage, walked over to Mr. Adrian's house, and knocked on the door. When Mr. Adrian answered, David asked him, with a hint of desperation in his voice, "Sir, I have to ask you something. I see you every day, and you seem so peaceful. I work harder than anyone I know, but I'm always broke. You seem to work less, yet your wealth keeps growing. What am I doing wrong? Why am I earning so little?" Mr. Adrian didn't laugh or dismiss him. He just smiled a gentle, knowing smile and invited him inside. He sat David down and said something that would change David's life forever. "Young man," he said, "your income is not controlled by your hands. It's controlled by your mindset." To help David understand, Mr. Adrian took out a piece of paper and drew two circles. One was very small, and the other was much, much bigger. He pointed to the small circle. "This," he said, "is the size of your current mindset." Then he pointed to the big circle. "And this is your potential for income and wealth. Here's the most important rule you will ever learn. Your income can never, ever exceed the size of your mindset. It's impossible." He continued, "You, David, are thinking in terms of survival. You wake up every morning thinking about how to make enough money for today. You look for small, immediate tasks that pay a few dollars right now. Your entire focus is on what your hands can do in the next hour. That's why your income is trapped inside this small circle." Then Mr. Adrian pointed to himself. "I, on the other hand, think differently. I don't think about daily money. I think about creating value. I don't think about what my hands can do. I think about what skills I can build and what systems I can create. My focus is on long-term growth, not immediate cash." Mr. Adrian explained that most people stay broke because they are trapped by four very common, very limiting mindsets. The first one he called the employee mindset. This is the belief that the only way to earn money is to trade your time for a single paycheck. You depend on one boss, one job, and if that disappears, you have nothing. It's a very fragile way to live. The second one was the victim mindset. People with this mindset are always pointing fingers. It's the economy's fault. It's the government's fault. My boss doesn't like me. I wasn't born into a rich family. They're always blaming their circumstances instead of taking responsibility for their own situation. Blaming others gives away your power to change. Third was the fear mindset. This is the one that paralyzes so many people. They are terrified to take a risk, terrified to try something new, terrified to fail. They'd rather stay in a miserable but familiar situation than step into the unknown, even if the unknown holds incredible potential. They see failure as a final verdict, not as a lesson. And the fourth was the instant money mindset. These are the people who want to get rich quick. They chase shiny objects, fall for scams, and are always looking for a shortcut. They don't have the patience to build something real and sustainable. They want the prize without running the race. David listened, and it was like a series of light bulbs were going off in his head. He recognized himself in every single one of those descriptions. He was always just looking for his next paycheck, blaming his bad luck, afraid to start a small business, and wishing for a lottery win. Then, Mr. Adrian's tone shifted. But just as there are mindsets that keep you poor, he said, there are mindsets that build wealth. These are the ones you need to adopt. He started listing them out. First, the value mindset. Stop thinking about earning money, he advised. Start thinking about solving problems. The bigger the problem you solve, the more value you create, and the more money you will earn as a result. Money is just a byproduct of value. Next, the skill mindset. Your current abilities will only get you so far. You must constantly be growing your skills. Learn about marketing, sales, communication, technology. The more skills you have, the more valuable you become, and the more opportunities open up for you. Then came the abundance mindset. You believe that opportunities are scarce, that if someone else wins, you lose. That's a poverty mindset. The truth is, opportunity is everywhere. There is more than enough success to go around. Believe that you can create your own opportunities. After that, the long-term mindset. Stop thinking about today and tomorrow. Start thinking in terms of years, even decades. The wealthiest people in the world didn't get there overnight. They planted seeds, they invested, they built businesses, they created assets, knowing that they wouldn't see the harvest for a long time. Build for the future, not just for the weekend. He also talked about the ownership mindset. Aim to own assets, not just earn a salary. An asset is something that puts money in your pocket even when you're not actively working, like a business, real estate, or investments. A salary stops the moment you stop working. Owners build wealth, employees earn a living. And finally, the most important of all, the learning mindset. The day you stop learning is the day you stop growing. Read books, take courses, find mentors. Be curious. The world is constantly changing, and if you're not learning, you're falling behind. Your mind is your greatest asset. Invest in it daily. David left Mr. Adrian's house that day a completely different person. The world looked different. His work looked different. He didn't just quit his jobs overnight. Instead, he started to shift his thinking. While washing cars, he started thinking, how can I start a mobile car washing business instead of just doing this one car? While running errands, he thought, how can I build a reliable delivery service for my neighborhood? He started spending his evenings reading books on business and finance instead of watching TV. He saved a little money not for a new gadget, but for an online course to learn digital marketing. It wasn't an overnight transformation. It was slow. It was gradual. But slowly and surely, his income started to rise. It wasn't because he was suddenly working more hours. In fact, he was starting to work smarter, not harder. His income grew because his mindset grew. He had broken out of the small circle. And that, right there, is the fundamental truth that so many of us miss. Your hands, your physical effort, they create labor. But it's your mind that creates wealth. You can work 16 hours a day with a poor mindset and stay broke forever. Or you can work 8 hours a day with a wealth mindset and build an empire. The choice begins in your head. So I ask you, which circle are you living in right now? Are you trapped by a mindset of survival, fear, and blame? Or are you cultivating a mindset of value, growth, and long-term vision? Change your mindset, and I promise you, your income will follow. If this story opened your eyes and gave you something to think about, do me a favor and hit that like button. It really helps the channel. And for more videos that can help you change your thinking and change your life, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. Thanks for watching.